Hi, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project, and I'm doing something different today. I've got Dan G from YouTube here with me. Hi, Dan.
Hello. Hey, Troy. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How's the weather over there today?
Today it's actually a beautiful day. It's about 80 degrees. It's pretty dry out.
Nice.
So, yeah. How's everything there?
It's actually dark, wet, and cold today. We're gonna have a freeze tonight, so it's pretty weird. We had 90 degrees and was it sunny? Yesterday it was cloudy and 90 degrees, and today we're gonna have a freeze. So it's keeps you interested, keeps it's exciting, and keeps you on your toes over here.
Yeah.
It's
Down here we've been having a lot of thunderstorms. In fact, just yesterday or 2 days ago, our chimney cap blew off. I forgot to tell you.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I woke up this morning and came out and got the found out the front of the chicken coop was ripped off, and the first thing I did was chase chickens all over the property. They were like they wanted food and they followed me around, but I couldn't catch them. It was quite an experience. I should have had my camera going. The wind had ripped the fence apart. I think it was the wind. It's pretty brutal. So yeah, we had a thunderstorm. So anyway, I'd like to introduce Dan and his YouTube channel. And your channel is Dan G, isn't it?
Dan G.
Yeah.
It has a picture of my 3 solar panels right on it.
All right.
Pretty frequently on the comments. Not too often, but if you look, you'll see me in there.
All right. I don't usually do this, just bringing somebody in and introducing other YouTube channels, but Dan is an exception because he is still in school, high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
And has converted his playground into an off-grid getaway, is what I call it, basically, right?
Yeah, I call it a homeless man's paradise.
There you go. It is actually. It would be a homeless man's paradise. It's actually. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's pretty impressive with everything you've done out there. So tell us a little bit about what you got going right now.
Well, right now I'm just kind of waiting to get some more money, but I'm pretty well worked out with a lot of the walls. I've done a lot of paneling all by myself, and I'm finishing up one of the walls, the last wall with just normal wood, and after that it's going to be pretty much done on the inside in regards to appearance, and then I'm just going to make it, the guts of it, and then I'm going to start hopefully decorating it, and but I'm not going to be able to do too much because I'm going to have to kind of abandon it after this year.
Right.
Next year.
Yeah.
I'm moving out.
But now you've got experience, which I think is amazing, because what are your long-term goals now?
Well, my long-term goals, I'm not entirely sure, but I would like to definitely do something with renewable energy, and something with being off-grid, obviously, since none of it's connected to a power cord or anything. But I'm not entirely sure yet. I've still got some time to decide, but hopefully I'll get established like a place to live or something before I get too into other affairs, such as just getting I'll obviously get a job, but I'll need to, I'd like to have a house, so in case I lose that job, I can still go somewhere to live without a mortgage if I build my own house.
You thinking about a tiny house then, or what?
Well, I'm thinking about a tiny house, and I also recently heard about this thing called enclosed trailers or something, where it's basically a frame.
Yeah.
Of, you know what enclosed trailers are, right? It's one of those, and it's got plywood walls on the inside of them usually.
Yep.
Stuff insulation in there, and then you'll have you improvise and make a tiny house out of it instead of build one.
They call them stealth campers sometimes because they don't look like a camper. Yeah, I actually considered that because they're pretty cool. But the funny thing is, around here, they would cost half as much as my entire house cost me so far. So it's pretty crazy. And then, I think I have about 4,000 into this, give or take. I have to redo the math and put it on the website, but it's impressive. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Even with the playground, I think my internet might cut out. even with my playground, it's cost about $2,000 almost.
Yeah.
It's a lot of.
That's insane. But then again, that's.
But it was brand new materials.
Yeah. But you're talking. I mean, how many watts of solar do you have?
Well, I have 300 watts right now.
Mm-hmm.
I just got my third solar panel. They're all three 100-watt solar panels. And, but I mean, they're working good. I try to make sure they're free of whatever every single day.
Yep. Yeah.
And so I still produce as much power as they're going to give on a good day.
And what do you have for batteries?
For batteries, I have 449, I believe, amp hours of
nice
marine boat batteries or something. And it's the playground's second purpose is to power our actual house, the one that I live in.
Uh-huh.
So if the power ever goes out, it hasn't though, since we have a lot of underground power lines.
Okay.
But if it ever goes out, we have a fallback, which is just bring the battery chest. It's on wheels.
Oh, cool.
And you can roll it from the playground. You might need to take a battery out or two to not sink in the ground.
Yeah.
But you can wheel it to the garage and plug it in there.
Nice.
So,
now, how long would it run your house? In limp mode, I would say.
I'm not entirely sure. I never actually thought about that. But it wouldn't power a conventional big air conditioner.
No, for sure.
That uses more power than anything. But if I were to use just basic lights, it could probably run the house overnight.
Yeah.
So
that'd be an interesting experiment. It's worth trying. I mean, no microwave, no electric stove, no AC. Might be able to run the fridge for you though. It might help. That'd be a 450 watt. 450 amps is a decent amount of power.
Yep.
And depending on the size of your fridge, you might be able to run that with a good inverter. What's your inverter now?
It's a 2,000 watt, 4,000 watt peak Samlex inverter.
Okay.
It's top of the line. That thing costs $400. I
okay.
think.
Now is that pure sine wave or modified?
It's pure sine.
Pure sine. That's very good. Very good. All right. That's.
And it powers my air conditioner. I've got a 5,000 watt, not 5,000 watt, 5,000 BTU.
Yep.
Air conditioner. I just shoved it in a window, and it works fine. I also have electric heat in the winter, but I also made a passive heater, so I don't use it as much.
Yeah.
But
now
it's working out really well.
How long were you running that electric heater? Now, I've watched a lot of your videos, so I'm asking this for the public, you know, but how long have you been running those heaters in the winter? How long can you get by, I would say, to keep it warm? What temperature to keep it at?
Well, depending on how long I would be in there really determines if I'm going to even turn it on or not, because the heater using electricity is obviously a lot of power.
Yep.
The heater, I believe, is 350 or 400 watts.
Okay.
And so it does suck power out, but having 4 big boat batteries now, I could run that thing probably 3 hours with no sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I could probably run it. I could probably get by running it all day if I had full sun the entire day. So that's good. And I also, like I said, I made a passive air heater.
Yeah.
And that is only 15 watts of power in full sun.
Okay.
So
very
it's
good.
Definitely a more efficient way.
Right. So I see you've been. I know the last. I've been out on the net because I'm doing my server transfer and stuff. But I know the last you were doing. You were, I know you got a better camera. That was good, because the other one was pretty horrible. You were patching up the walls, prettying it up a bit, and fixing the last of the leaks that you had out there. Last I knew. Where do you stand right now, recently?
Basically the same way, to be honest. I'm just working on the smaller details. If you look at my videos, the frequency has definitely dropped on how often I'm uploading them.
Okay.
Since, I'm getting to the point where one, I'm running out of money, and two, I am kind of running out of ideas. So if there's definitely any ideas, I'll consider it. But it's only 30 square feet, so
well, there you go, everybody. When you go check out his channel, I'll put the link down below. He's open to ideas and suggestions. Give him ideas. What do you want to see him do? What do you want to see him build next? Yeah, here's somebody with a good brain and time on his hands and some decent skills, it looks like. So I think you'd be interested in doing some experiments, right?
Yep. And since I'm in high school,
Yeah.
I'm in my parents' property, of course.
Yeah.
So, but once I turn 18, I'm almost 17 now. Once I turn 18, I'm going to move out. I don't know about further education right now. I would like to establish a house. I think I said that already.
Mm-hmm.
And doing that, I would have a better place to live, or what? And if I ever lost a job,
That's important. Yeah.
that is, yeah.
That's a
my
big
main
concern.
priority. Have somewhere to go.
No, you're
I would,
gonna try to be self-sufficient somewhat, like raise your own food or animals.
I'd like to get there. Yeah. I'm gonna have to go through a lot of changes from how I'm currently living, obviously, in a house. I think it's like 5,000 square foot house.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And down to what would probably be at most a 200 square foot house.
Mm-hmm. Well, mine
It's
is.
going to be a big change.
I think with upstairs included and the catwalk, counting the catwalk, I think I have 320, something like that.
Oh, all right.
I think downstairs, well, 10 by 24 would be 240, but minus the walls, I'm not sure if you took out the thickness of the walls. And then upstairs, I think I calculated 320, but I don't think I took out the thickness of the walls, so maybe around 300, which isn't, it's not bad. I love it. And I was watching some tiny house videos today, and I was commenting on them because I noticed I was living in a camper in an RV, which you can basically walk through, and it's very narrow, and there's not a lot of room. If somebody wants to pass you in the kitchen, they have to squeeze by you basically, because the dining room table's right at your butt, and you know, it's really, really tight, and you can live in it, and it's cozy. It's really inviting, and you really want to go in there when you see these tiny homes, and it looks so cozy and so nice. But when you're in there long term, it starts to get really crowded. So I like the size of my house. I like a little bit wider, you know, and it's shorter than my camper was, but it's wider. So therefore, it's very nice. It's cozy but comfortable.
So,
but yeah, that's nice. I've seen. I might build another tiny house in the next couple years. A tiny house just for fun, for like a guest room or a little getaway or travel house.
maybe a playground.
Yeah, right. Actually, I've seen somebody was telling me that you can convert the playgrounds easily into chicken coops because of the A-frame, the swing sets and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty neat.
Think about that.
Yeah, but yeah, that's actually something you can consider. Maybe you can put a playground on a trailer frame one day and drive around.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
So
That'd be a sight.
how did you? What got you into all this? What got you started?
Well, it was a combination of things. One, I think it was I first discovered your channel. It was July 2013, maybe June 2013.
Mm-hmm.
It was around the time when you were having the fight with the pool noodles with TJ.
Yep.
And you were having all that. And I wanted to get caught up with everything, so I watched every single video pretty much from the start.
Wow.
So that took a while. It was a few nights, and I finally caught up.
Yeah.
It was that, combined with a construction class. I signed up for a construction class the previous semester, so I would have it for fall 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And I had an environmental science class. So I discovered renewable energy. Well, I discovered how to utilize renewable energy, and I got really into it. And with construction, I realized I can make something to use that renewable energy with.
Yep.
And so my parents said I couldn't do it in my bedroom. Thought I would always burn the house down.
Yeah.
So I did it in the playground.
Mm-hmm.
And I initially had it on top. It didn't work out well because it was at the start of winter.
Yeah.
It was late October. I started Halloween 2013
Yeah.
officially, and it was getting cold and windy and such because it starts getting cold around late November, early December here in Georgia. And it also just looked really, really ugly.
Yeah.
And so I moved it downstairs. I just say downstairs. I moved it to the bottom part of the playground.
Uh-huh.
It has more walls. It has little windows. They're like 11.5 squared. And I just kind of made like a little room out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 4 feet high, I think I said already. But
yeah.
It's very tight. I can't fit too much in it. And I have to make everything. There's no furniture that's going to be designed for a small area like that.
Right.
So, almost everything in there I made besides the chair I sit on, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just very tight. And it's almost like a little man cave.
Yeah.
Because it's everything that I want.
Yep, that's cool.
So
how's that feel?
I feel very proud of what I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Very accomplished with it. It's not the prettiest thing. It's definitely more pretty than it was when I started, since it used to have just OSB walls.
Yeah.
And then I put paneling and painted walls on some of it, and so it's getting there, but like I said, I don't really know too much of what's put in there, which is why I'm open to suggestions.
All right, definitely.
And so yeah, it was just the combination of those three things. Kind of got off track, but it's the combination of those three things.
That's good, yeah. Well, I would ask everybody, I'd like to ask everybody to come on over. He's been doing a lot of videos. Dan has been pretty busy, pretty regular until recently, putting up videos, and I want to see him get a lot of views because he's really put a lot of effort into this. I think what he's doing is really impressive, and I hope it'll inspire other people his age to get them involved in alternate energies, thinking for the future, planning their own homes. I think tiny homes is the way to go because nothing is stable anymore in this economy, and I think you have a good start moving forward. I think you have a very, very good start because you are going to start out knowing how to go off the grid.
Yep.
And with the experience you have, it's going to be so easy for you to make that move. So I think it's a very good thing. And everybody go on over and check out his channel, Dan G on YouTube. I'll put the title in the description below. And also, Dan is very regular on the Do-It-Yourself World Forum. I'm looking at the camera as if, isn't it funny? I'm talking to the camera. Dan is very, very often on the Do-It-Yourself World Forum, so I'll put the link there below as well. Go on over and check it out, chat with him, give him some ideas and suggestions, and have a look at his videos. I want to see those numbers go up. So, alright, well, keep doing what you're doing. Keep it up, you're doing really well. I like it.
Alright, thank you very much.
Yeah, and thanks for giving me the time on Skype chat today.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, see you in the forum.
Alright,
All right.
see you there.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.